we always get these types of questions on the comments or on ads or on posts or something. Don't learn guitar theory, or should we learn guitar theory? Where does that fall into the guitar theory
Yeah,
trap?
I have answered this question before, so I'm actually going to use another one of the best guitar players of all time, arguably. Everybody will argue about it, but I mean, you just watch the guy play; he's incredible. A guy named Guthrie Govan. There's a video of Guthrie who somebody asked him this exact same question in the audience, and his answer is basically like, "Look, first of all, what is theory? Theory is a labeling system. What does that mean? It means that we have sounds. We're talking about sounds like." All these sounds that we can hear, we have to have a way for us to communicate about it. So we can't just sit around. Me and you can't sit around in the living room and just play music back and forth. In fact, that's what musicians do. But I'm saying we can't sit around and play music back and forth and understand what the other person is thinking about something that we would talk about in English. So a music theory is a labeling system, just like English is a labeling system. So we can use words to communicate ideas. That's all it is. So music theory allows us to communicate music concepts in English or spoken language, really. So you can talk about it in any language. So first of all, that's the first thing I want to point out is that music theory isn't this thing that was just has always been around or that is absolute fact and truth. It's a labeling system that people came up with to be able to talk about music with words, with spoken language. Okay, that's one thing to be aware of. The second thing is, and I'll get back to Guthrie Govan here in a second. The second thing is, um, we've all had English classes in school. How much of the stuff in English class do you actually talk about and use on a daily basis? For example, do you think when you're talking about, oh, that was a preposition, or I need to use an action verb, or I need to talk about gerunds and infinitives and the grammatical structure of my sentences? Do you think about that stuff when you're talking? No.
Oh, no way.
Musicians also don't think about theoretical stuff when they're playing. It's exactly the same. So in English, since we're talking in English, but in any spoken language, this is true. You just talk. You think about the ideas that you have, and you share your feelings or what we call opinions. And we just talk, and that's how we have a conversation. Music is exactly the same thing. It's just not with spoken words. It's a language of sound and emotion. So you communicate through sound. You communicate emotions through sound. And a song or improvising is a better way to put this. Improvising is a conversation in music, the language of music. That's what it is. So I say all that to say what Guthrie Govan said. He was like, yes, music theory can be useful when it comes to thinking about or communicating something about music to a person. But when you play it, all that goes away anyway. It's better and it's best. And again, this is not coming out of my mouth. I agree with him, but go watch him say it. Interview of Guthrie Govan answering questions. Basically, whenever you're playing, all of that disappears anyway. And the
Hmm.
best thing that you can do is learn how to just play, learn how to communicate through the sound and not think and not worry about what something is called or, you know, what a circle of fifths is or, what perfect a perfect fifth and all that stuff. Can it be useful? Sure. Is it necessary to play and sound good? Absolutely not. Just go look at Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, all those players throughout history who were the biggest, best, iconic players and never studied theory.
Hey, thanks so much for watching that video. That was just a short clip of one of our longer Q&A videos. If you're interested in watching some more of those videos, then I recommend you hit the subscribe button over here. It's really awesome. Also, we got more videos over here, so check some out if you're interested in learning more about breakthrough guitar or advancing your guitar skills. Peace.